Alright then gang, so now we've pretty much completed the API, but there's one more topic I want to introduce to you, and that is indexes. So indexes allow the database server to perform specific queries to find documents much more efficiently without needing to examine an entire collection of documents. So imagine we send a query to MongoDB to fetch all the books which have a rating field equal to 10. Now normally to handle this request, MongoDB would scan the entire collection of book documents to find any document it needs to return that matches that query, right? So it needs to scan each individual document to examine a specific field that we base the query on, in this case the rating field. And this can be a bit inefficient because you might have thousands of documents to scan. Now to combat this, we can make an index for whatever field we need to query. Now, an index for a database collection is a bit like an index in a book, and it lists out everything that you need to look up and it tells you where to find it. Now, in MongoDB terms, an index would be a list of values of a certain field in our documents. For example, we could have an index based on the rating field of our book documents in the books collection, and each of those ratings in the index will have a pointer pointing back to the document it came from. Then when a query comes into MongoDB based on this criteria to say fetch all the documents with a rating of 10, MongoDB just needs to look at the ratings index right here, and it will easily see every value of 10 and then find just those corresponding documents inside the collection and return them to us. So this makes the process much more efficient and quicker, since MongoDB doesn't have to examine every single document. It just scans the index instead, and then it finds the corresponding documents, right? But you don't always need indexes for every type of query, and to be honest, you shouldn't do, because creating an index for a collection means that when we change that collection, the index has to be updated to match that change. And the more indexes that you make for that collection, the more work that needs doing when those changes occur. So only use an index where you need it for specific queries that need to only return a subset of documents, or for when you have a very large amount of documents in a collection that you want to sort when you query them. Indexes are sometimes needed for that scenario too. Alright, so I'm back here in the shell now, and I'm just going to show you how this whole idea of creating indexes works. So right now you can see we've got a simple query right here to find all the books with a rating of 8. Now there's only a couple, and to be honest there's only 5 or 6 documents inside the collection anyway, but if I also tack onto this another method which is explain, and then inside that method I want to pass in a string argument which is execution stats. So let me concentrate to make sure I spell this correctly, execution stats, like so. If I press enter now, then it's going to tell us the execution statistics about this query. So let me press enter, and we can see up here that if we go right to the top, come down here. Okay, so the number returned was 2, so 2 documents, right? Now the total documents examined was 5, and that means that basically it's examining the entire collection to find these 2 documents. Now this is kind of like a low-level example. In the future you might have thousands upon thousands of documents. Now I don't have that many, I just have 5, but it examined all 5 documents to get us those 2 documents with a rating of 8, right? Now what I'm going to do is clear this, and now I'm going to create an index based on that rating value. Now to do that, to create an index, I can say db, and then whatever the collection is, so books, and then I'm going to use a method called create index like so. And then inside here, I'm going to pass in whatever criteria I want to base this index on. So I'm going to say rating of 8, and that means it's going to create an index for us based on the rating, if you like, to get us all the books with a rating of 8. So if I press enter now, then you can see we get this string printed out, rating 8, and that is essentially the index that was created. Now I can list all the current created indexes by saying db, then whatever the collection is, books in our example, and then we want to get indexes, like so, and invoke that. Press enter and we can see 2 indexes. So the first one right here is one that MongoDB automatically set up for us, and it's based on the ID. Now this one is the one that we set up right here. And what I'm going to do now is perform the same query as before, which was to find all the books with a rating of 8, and also use this explain property again, or rather method, with execution stats passed in as an argument. Now if I press enter, and if we scroll up a little bit, we can see that now we still return 2 documents. And now if we scroll down a bit, you can see docs examined is only 2. So we only examined 2 documents this time instead of all 5. And that's because we had the index set up for this field value. So it scanned that index, which got us all the documents with a rating of 8. And then it just grabbed those 2 documents. It only examined those 2 documents. All right. So that would be more efficient. Now, like I said, this is kind of an underwhelming example because we only have 5 documents, but I just wanted to show you how to create indexes and show these execution stats when we use an index. Now, the last thing I want to show you is how to drop an index or delete an index, and we can do that by saying db.books.drop index, and then whatever the index was, so it was rating 8 like so, press enter, and we can see that we get this response, and you can see OK is 1. If I now get the indexes to see what we have left, I can say db.books.get indexes and invoke that, and now we can see we only have this one index. All right, so there we go, my friends. That is indexes in a nutshell.